1897, Dr. Suzanne Simard had a hypothesis that trees could communicate. To prove this, she set up an experiment, planting 80 replicate saplings of 3 tree species: paper birch, Douglas fir, and western red cedar. She injected bags surrounding the trees with tracer isotope carbon dioxide gas, carbon-14 radioactive gas for birch, and carbon-13 stable gas for fir. After an hour, her Geiger counter showed that birch and fir had each taken up the carbon isotopes found in the other. Essentially, the trees were talking through mycorrhizae. Mycorrhizae is Greek for fungus root. Fungi are multicellular heterotrophic decomposers. They extend deep into the ground to create mycelium through their root-like tubes known as hyphae. This growth is stimulated by plant root exudates like strigolactones that act like Hansel and Gretel's breadcrumb trail, leading hyphae to roots. Mycorrhizae are fungi that have formed a mutual symbiosis with plants, meaning that both organisms benefit from the relationship. Fungi's role is to provide the plant with minerals. Fungi have an advantage because their hyphae can extend past the nutrient depletion zone, where it becomes difficult for plants to obtain enough nutrients to grow roots. Hyphae are like miners, highly adapted to searching for nitrogen and phosphorus, even boring into rocks with acid and searching small pores to find it. Plants have the ability to photosynthesize, creating the sugar glucose from sunlight energy in their chloroplasts. Plants transfer 4 to 20% of this carbon to underground fungi through specialized transport proteins like hexose, which scientists are still working to understand. There are 2 types of mycorrhizae. Number 1, arbuscular mycorrhizae, whose hyphae have a hyphopodium, or pressing organ, that is used to penetrate root cells' cell walls and form arbuscules, the sites of nutrient exchange. They grow in tropical climates and form smaller, more localized mycelium. Number 2, ectomycorrhizae. Notice the root word ecto meaning out. Ectomycorrhizae create sheaths around the root that consists of an external mantle and a hair tignet that forms around epidermal cells. Ectomycorrhizae form mycelium that can stretch for thousands of kilometers, mostly in temperate forests. The trees that Dr. Suzanne Simard was studying used ectomycorrhizae to transfer carbon to between their roots. Her innovative experiment using tracer isotopes led to the discovery of mother trees, old-growth trees that are deeply connected in what some would call a wood wide web. Mother trees deliver carbon to understory seedlings, especially those of their own species, which scientists have linked with a 4-time survival rate. Transfers along the mycorrhizal network can even include warning signals about insect infestations or disease that give other plants time to prepare their defenses. In hindsight, trees aren't just transferring carbon, they're communicating about threats in the environment, new growth, and other nutrients. The Lorax might speak for the trees, but apparently trees can speak pretty well for themselves too. We just have to listen.